first time I ever heard the word Trinity was when we were having a huge debate about what we would call this new organization. Well, my spiritual life has certainly been strengthened over the years when we observed how the Lord used our little bit of faith when we organized this church. In fact, when we organized, we really had nothing but faith and the courage to do it. Well, because we were just a small group of 72 people, it was definitely all hands on deck. We just put aside all our personal goals for a while, and we put our time and our energy and our finances into just building the church. And as we went along each step, the Lord just seemed to bless us abundantly. And you know, one of the vivid memories I have of the Lord's hand was when we were putting up the first building here on the corner of Springfield and Spall. A lot of the construction was done by volunteers. So one Saturday morning, when we had a really good group of men out to give us a hand, it was the day we were going to raise the roof trusses. So this was a really big deal. And by noon, we had a good section of the roof trusses raised. So the entire group of workers left the site and went for a much-needed lunch break. And while there was no one on site, a huge gust of wind came up and lowered those trusses just like a row of dominoes. But what we thought was a disaster was a blessing. Those trusses had been under-designed, and they were not adequate for the building we were putting up. They were not to code, and they would not have passed inspection. And very definitely, we could see the Lord's hand in that huge gust of wind that came along at noon while there was no one on site and just lowered that whole group of trusses just in one big gust. Most of the situations that we encountered that were difficult for us, the Lord's hand just intervened. And all the way down the line, we could just see that we were in the Lord's will to organize this new church, and that the Lord blessed us abundantly every step of the way. We were very focused in what we wanted to do, this group of 72. So we just basically put aside our personal goals. And instead of purchasing our homes or building our homes or buying furniture, because we were all young couples at that time, most of us in our 20s, we just put those things aside for a while and concentrated our time, our efforts, our finances on just moving the work forward here. Well, we've had a few bumps along the road in that we were blessed with 4 children, but we've lost 3 of our sons. And when you go through a situation like that, you really have to trust on the Lord or you won't make it. That's the long and the short of it. And during those periods when we lost 1, 2, 3 sons, your faith is tested. And you've got to get to the point where you can say, Lord, you know the whys. My part is to trust. Well, Trinity Church has ministered to 4 generations of my family through the last 65 years. There have been good times and there have been difficult times, but through the entire 65 years, Trinity has been our spiritual home, and I will forever be grateful for the ministry of our church.